Oh, crazy. I always tell people they underestimate what the scandal for Amantle Brown name did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the whole confusion started. Because now after Lina le tlala leswe, le gore everyone is like, hey, busa Lina la ngwana wa batho, hey, why was I performing ka sefane sa gago? And then I just started feeling like there's too much debt in Amantle Brown. So I want to shift from that because I'm like about Ama Brown. But now people are
Wait, what
confused.
happened to you? There was someone else called Amantle Brown
There is someone else called Amantle Brown,
in
but
Botswana.
that's the real names, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so now it's stage names.
Oh.
So yeah, no gore kanya tebe e tenure around it gore it's presented as if I was bullying her for her name.
Welcome to Moving Humanity Forward podcast. My name is Cathy Malejane. You can call me hashtag the village chick with plenty chic or hashtag curious Cath because I just have so very many questions. Today, I want to start off by sending a huge shout out to my clothing sponsor. She goes by the name Funky Rezi, and she's actually also currently dressing our Miss Botswana 2024-2025. So, you know what? I feel very, very privileged, and I think the colors will show you that royalty is certainly in the building. But speaking of royalty, my guest today is somebody who I believe is certainly destined for much of royalty. And, you know, if you look at her career in Botswana, I really believe she's one of those people who has made herself, in a sense, because she didn't sit back and relax and wait for things to come to her. Instead, she really has been a go-getter right from day one. She's an entrepreneur, okay? If you didn't know that, that's one of the things she does. She is an influencer as well, and I think you might very popularly know her as a musician. She goes by the name Ama Brown. Is it Amantle or Ama Brown? Which one is it? Let's start there.
I knew that was
Let's
coming.
start there. Which one is it? Why is it? What happened with the
Yeah.
Amantles? Are you related to Chris Brown? Surname ya Brown. It's okay. Let's start with you clearing that up.
Oh, crazy. I always tell people they underestimate what the scandal for Amantle Brown name did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the whole confusion started. Because now after Lina le tlala leswe, le gore everyone is like, hey, busa Lina la ngwana wa batho, hey, why was I performing ka sefane sa gago? And then I just started feeling like there's too much debt in Amantle Brown. So I want to shift from that because I'm like about Ama Brown. But now people are
Wait,
confused.
what happened to you? There was someone else called Amantle Brown
There is someone else called Amantle Brown.
in
but
Botswana.
That's the real names, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so now it's stage names.
Oh.
So yeah, no gore kanya tebe e tenure around it gore it's presented as if I was bullying her for her name.
And more so, you kind of were a bit bigger in terms of your
Yeah.
reach and your music
Yeah.
and so forth. So it was like you bully, it's not even your name. So that's why you then said Ama.
Amar. So people confused it. They were like Amar, Amara, so the confusion was go dira rebranding a bit hard.
Yeah.
So now I went back to Amantle Brown. I was like, no way, this is my name, though. I bailed this name.
Why did you choose Amantle Brown of all the names?
It's a little bit cliche ka gore ne ke bina, ke opela. I was just creative all around.
Yeah.
And I felt Chris Brown was like that.
Oh, so the Chris Brown has an element to it.
Yeah, to
Okay.
it, really. So that's just how Amantle Brown came about. I didn't even know there's someone with those names. Anete Akarat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what all of that, and then you decided I'm just gonna stick to Amantle Brown. That's it. Full stop.
Yeah, I decided I'm gonna stick to Amantle Brown, even though now it's so weird. Every time I try to do a certain thing, it's
Yeah.
like now they're gravitating to Ama Brown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, why?
Yeah.
But it's fine. We can use both.
Okay.
Yeah. Ke feel gore I took so much time and I sweat and money actually to
Trying to
build
rebrand.
Amantle Brown brand. And ha ne se ka nna ha mokubukubu ono o tsogile yole nka bo sa tsoga if Lina le sena serodumo sa gore go kalua mo go kalokalo.
Yeah.
The scandal took 9 days flat.
9 days.
Yeah.
Making a lot of noise and rounds on social media.
Ba re ke pagame ba se ke is it Kasane ke go kopa leina la Brown.
Wait, the people ba ba fanang ka Brown ko Kasane.
Is it Kasane? Oh, yeah, somewhere there. Yeah.
Wow.
Gote ke ko bo malome ba ga Amantle.
Whoa.
Ke go kopa leina.
Whoa.
I think I've never really been so crushed like that. Even talking about the scandal makes me really go back, because
when was that, by the way?
2017.
And how far into your music career was that?
From 2016 to I think it's 2018. Yeah,
okay.
2018.
So about after. 2 years into your career,
Yeah.
this noise started. We're going to talk about a lot of these issues because
I'm glad you're starting with this one because ke yone e leng gore e ne ntse ntsokodisa ke tshwantse gore ke hole mo go yona. I felt betrayed.
By who?
By Botswana.
Yeah.
They knew who Amantle Brown is, but it's like there was a certain shift of wanting to make it seem like I have not done anything, or I have not made any impact. Available, no, zama when I go back to your name type of thing, and not seeing her. They took Dijo out of Legano Lami. Ever since that time, you can imagine Amantle Brown brand was working with so many corporates.
Yeah.
Amantle Brown brand was so clean and, posed, elegance, dresses, fashion. It was just all about music. But ever since that scandal, everything flipped.
Yeah. And then you struggled in a way to get sort of those connections back.
Everything went away.
Yeah.
Not struggle to get back anything. Everything went away. That we had to rebuild again. Yeah.
But let's speak about the building. Let's speak about how you made it. Let's speak about how you got to build this brand, because you were part of my star. I was not aware that you hadn't actually won. I didn't know that. For all this time I've been thinking that you won my star.
Yeah.
And that was kind of your big break. And you've just been schooling me. So please school our listeners and just share a little bit about, you didn't win, but then how come you still made such a huge, like, you made it, and I want to know what it was that sort of broke you into the market. Yeah.
I'm a go-getter. From childhood, really. And I think it's because of my background. Background in go sotlegiwa thata, background ya o tshwantse gore go kopa go lebela TV kwa batho. Background ya gore o tshwantse gore o itse o re ga o bona you have to know how to differentiate morogo mo sekgweng. You tell gore okay mo ke thepe mo ke that type of background where you even go go sa jewa, where you don't have pads, that type of background gore mo go botlhoki ba nta tlhogo wa bona. So I think my imaginative feel e simolotse ile gore ke nna ke ipotsa kante bana ba ba tswang mo mantlong a matona, like, how do they feel? And then I just want to put myself in their shoes, like wanting to feel like I'm in that house type of thing. So I've always been a go-getter. My star ke dule ka top 10.
What year was that?
2012. Ke lile selo se sengwana se se gagamasang e be ke ikwaena ke re I'm going to show Seed, I'm going to show Oskgomotso, I'm going to show Master D what I'm made of. For they made a mistake. And ever since I just carried that with me. It's always been. And right now Master D hela ha bua speeches are because
showed him.
Yeah, I showed him. And it proves even now, even after the scandal, you can see that the fighter in me never really stops. I fight for what's mine.
I see myself just absolutely loving your story, because the belief in yourself is something that we see across every just sectors, stories, lives, to say if you have a dream or a belief, it really is what pushes you to get to whatever levels you dream about. So I want to actually go back to when you first, I agree, you saw them, those ones in the big houses, the ones with the TVs, right? Then how did you go from what do they feel like to, oh, this is what they feel like, or I imagine this is what they feel like, to this is the thing that can help me get the things that make them feel that way? How did you discover you had a talent? Who told you that you had a talent? Or did you just grow? Did you do it in church? Did you start knowing you could sing by singing in church? Where did it start from?
Crazy. Very crazy. Because I was a bookworm. Like, I knew, this education is a key to success type of feel where you just hang to that, because I was an A student from just tender age to go itlhella ko bo UB.
Yeah.
Mare singing, I think singing e tirela le gore you're just curious as a child. Ha ntse wa go komela TV tsa batho go you see Jay-Z,
Yeah.
you see J-Lo, you see Beyonce, you're like, what is this? You know, I think that is really where it started. Then it became mola go bina. Tota hela nna hela me dancer.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's really how go tsena mo industry really started with just like dancing and go rata go bina gone mo. Then I wanted to dance for V. I followed V for too long. Ke matla go di showng.
Yeah.
Ke batla di number
Batla
tsa
go
gagwe.
minela.
No, ke batla di number ke mo sendela message ke kgona go komalla phone.
Yeah, wanting to dance
for him. Yeah. So be giving a scavenger. What? I danced for scavenger. And then I bet.
How long?
I danced for scavenger for a year. Yeah. And then ki loko di audition in Zabo Flavor Bomu. I went to the auditions about Mantwaneng. So you can see that it's just like that childhood's curious and feeling like I think I can do this.
Yeah.
You know. So go opela hela sentle. Go simolosa ko maesta ke feel gore ke a borega after waiting for the results.
Yeah.
Ke bona everything and I didn't say hit be ke rama give me the 200.
Yeah.
Let me go see what I can do. That girl just went crazy.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it just pulled me in.
Yeah.
From books to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 2012.
Yeah.
And you get a taste of singing and you're like, yes, this is the thing.
I think even just the reaction. The reaction of people feeling like, what is this? You know, it makes you like pause for a while and you're like, oh, okay, wait.
So I can sing?
So I can sing. More especially Sid. At that time, when Sid says
I
yes.
remember my star. Sid was like the mean judge.
One, you know, like when he says yes, they had to tell Motafera gore there's a girl ko Gaborone. She auditioned. Kene Amantle Inyan Leana. Motsa had to Google me. I want to know about this girl. So it was big. That's really how it just started to grow in me, you know? Yeah.
So take me through 2012, right? And then you're like, I'm going to prove these people wrong. To say 2016, where now the career is like officially starting to take off. To 2018, where, oh my goodness, this big drama, the fight, the scandal. And then I want to talk a little bit about just having to have tough skin, because if you are in a public platform, I promise you nobody in a public platform does not know about having to have a tough skin, because it's as if the keyboard warriors in Botswana are just on levels that we can't understand. They are super mean, right? So take me through that.
So my star went to school. Go UB. I was studying mineral engineering. So mineral engineering, you can't couple it with anything really. So I decided, I'm just going to try this music thing for a year. Let me just try it for a year. We're just crashing there. More than crashing.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Crashing, like you sleep on the floor, you sleep on the more couching. There's no time for, I can't. No, you eat what's eaten, you know, that type of feel. So that's when we started just digging in. I think, because my star has an influence of you wanting to, you know, because you just want to be another Beyonce.
Vibe to
and I had Crispin Mokone Nyaka the manager Ramikana Kweni. Like, come listen to something that we've done. Go studio drop it down. Celebrity artist. No, this one is not the one. Until he had Moratiwa. But Moratiwa was recorded just like a little bit piece. Ile Moratiwa, just a verse. The chorus. And then he heard it and I was not there. I thought that
this is the song.
You.
Yes.
No, he didn't say it's the song.
This is
he
you.
Said, that is you.
I like that.
So I think from there, he redirected me to something, to like originality. And even just the way I was just like putting out the Sutsana, Morati, or, you know, that type of feel about this is you, like stick to that. Release Moratiwa, Kopisa came.
What year was Moratiwa released?
2015. Yeah, Kopisa came.
Shortly after that, and then it just kind of
crashed the song. Just but maybe people were just curious, who is this girl? Who is this girl? Bubbling under. Then I went back, searched for a song. Black Mamba Tile came. I think Black Mamba Tile, that's now the introduction of Amantle Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you write both those songs?
Yes.
You write your music?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's how you got to say now you Black Mampatile kind of made people say, who's this person? And
Yeah.
then they sort of went back and remembered, oh, Moratiwa as well. And by the way, both these songs are still played now because I feel like when music is that good, it just kind of has the timeless feel to it, and they really are like that. But
Yeah.
we'll continue this conversation in just a bit. You are listening to Moving Humanity Forward podcast, and that's how you find us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, as well as on TikTok. But on Facebook, it's MHF Podcast. Be right back.
We live in an ever-changing world, a world where we have disruptions in technology, introductions of things such as artificial intelligence, and we can't help but ignore the need for all of us to level up. Leveling up for your own personal development, for you to thrive in your personal life, and also for organizations to continue growing and become the best versions of themselves. In the pursuit of leveling up, we often leave behind the soft skills and focus on the technical that allow us to do our daily duties. The soft skills help us connect with other individuals at a heightened level, and also to be able to know how we relate with each other to produce optimum results. ProLearn comes in as a partner that centers around leadership development courses, technological courses, financial literacy courses, and also mental wellness and being.
Welcome back. This is Moving Humanity Forward. We're talking to Amantle Brown, and I'm so interested to know, Amantle, in just how you rebuilt yourself, because I think I said this to you. If you're in any sort of public platform, especially in Botswana, the keyboard warriors can be super, super mean. And you said you felt betrayed by Botswana when that scandal with the Amantle Brown name happened. Take me through how you rebuilt yourself and some of the healing that you've had to do since then.
I went on a rampage of, I shifted from the focused Amantle to Amantle who wants to prove a point. So wanting to prove a point is this is what I've done.
Yeah.
Why le batla ekare le batla go itebatsa? And as I was doing that, it was revealing another character about me, that I'm a very talkative. Like, I'm assertive.
Outspoken, yes.
I'm very assertive, and I speak my mind, and I speak so well, because kana batho ne ba sa itse gore sentle Amantle ke mang, so in that anger, it revealed a lot. It revealed gore I can talk thata le gone, and I can address dilo, and you realize that keyboard warriors, they're not ready for such a character, more
That's
especially
true.
ga o le mosadi.
Yeah.
And it's like they're always waiting for me to slip up, and when I slip up, now they have to crush me down, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow,
But let me ask you this, because
Right.
especially, can I say, the unwritten rules about social media especially is that, don't engage them, don't go to that level, and you're like, no, I'm gonna
go there.
Yeah.
At some point, you want to go there because you're fed up.
Yeah.
At some point, you can go there because you are now addicted to going there. There's a difference. So you can just be like, no, we're not doing that. And then you are like, it's working. Yeah. I'm gonna show you. But then you're drowning.
Yeah.
The results of all that is drowning,
Yeah.
because there's comments that really get to you.
They do.
And you realize that motho o kwalang o mongwe o kwala hela me is gore o mean or whatever they're saying, but they're just going to be very mean, and the more you repeat them, the more you start to believe them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that rampage was bad for me.
How long did it last for? And when did you stop? What made you stop? Because, like you're saying, and that's, for me, it's one of the things why I've never engaged, because it gets to a point where you realize this is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
You realize this person doesn't even really care. They don't mean what they're saying, and they're just having fun at my expense. So you just kind of want to keep your cool. But I definitely have that thing of sometimes you just want to. But what was it? What is it that took you to say, you know what, this needs to stop?
Just when I saw the whole dignity gone. Like, you see this, the brand went from here to mad.
Yeah, you're mudslinging now at this point,
Yo,
trading insults.
literally,
with people
like,
on
where
social
you just
media.
sit down and you're like, what? How did we get here?
Yeah.
You know, where you, let God's Lord. And I was disappointed at myself. I was disappointed. I knew I played a role in how most of the things turned out.
Yeah.
There's so much I shouldn't have done that contributed, you know. So
But there's a part of you that was kind of living in your truth, isn't there? Like,
I don't want to call it that. I really want to call it what it is.
Okay.
I stopped putting myself first.
Yeah.
I started thinking about the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
And if you stop putting yourself first, what happens? You're not gonna get the best for yourself.
Of course.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it really had like a in the heart, and then God introduced someone in my life, and then I'm perhaps, and then he was like, stop. There's that one person, that one voice that tells you stop.
I want to know names.
Why do you want to
I want to know who came into your life and prayed for your soul,
like,
in such a way that you were just like, Kuribile, if you say that, I'm like, okay, let me see. I remember Pastor Beginning. Is that the name?
No, what are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that that's
No,
you interacted.
I mean,
who came and prayed for you?
No, the person I'm with.
Okay.
So he just came and just said stop.
Chill.
Yeah, no, stop as in he sees that something is brewing on Facebook and you are literally there on the phone and there's someone there to tell you stop.
Yeah.
Some of us, more especially bato baba influential, we need that person who says
stop. Yeah.
Just that one person. Then the minute you start listening to stop, I love you, I care about you, this thing is taking so much from you.
Yeah.
You pointed out alcohol. More alcohol makes a rates.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm buying my alcohol, by the way, right?
Yeah, you're not buying it for me. Leave me alone. I'm a single, independent woman. It was a
fight for so long, for a whole year, fighting about alcohol. You will think clearer.
Yeah.
You will choose now they are good for you.
Yeah.
So that one person in my corner literally just shifted me slowly but surely.
You know what? I didn't want to do this, but you literally now are throwing this person in here. I know this person from training with this person, okay? I was doing the stretch and tone classes at the burnout sessions, and a certain gentleman, actually we were supposed to do a campaign with you that you were leading with, influencers, just saying let's get fit and so forth. I want to know if that's when you met. When did you meet? How did you meet? Share. Tell us.
No. Why are we talking about that one?
We want to know. Because he came into your corner. Why did you listen to him? You mean tell me that's the only voice that has spoken to you? Why was that one so loud in your mind?
I think because so many people have.
But how did you meet? That's the part I want to know. Like, was it in the gym? Did he call you and say, come, I need this campaign done? Or just on the Gabs streets? That's the part I'm interested in. What did he say that set him apart? Because I want to imagine guys talk to you all the time. Yes, he's good looking, his body. Is it like, did he draw you in? What was it about him?
Why wouldn't I energy all of a sudden?
I had energy.
What did he say? Did he say anything? I don't think he said anything. I think there's always signs.
Yeah.
Signs from me, signs from him.
Yeah.
And it was just during gymming, hello. Just when you talk, hello, okay, I love this mind. Where's this mind at?
Yeah.
And then you just wanna get to know more.
Okay, so it was during that campaign. Because I remember he was training.
Yes.
Okay. No, I get it. That's how now the alcohol stopped. And I want us to talk about that because I think that's a very important thing to get to say alcohol, especially in the entertainment industry, is so glamorized, right? I recall, because I've worked in a music studio, by the way, and then on radio. That's been my career in Botswana. And so I deal a lot with artists. And I have found it very disappointing that you'll be at a show and you'll see the artist drinking before they get on stage. I have a problem with that because I don't want drunk you performing for me, right? If anything, drink afterwards, not before. So I want to know your take on that, because you mentioned that even before we got here to say being sober has just made me a machine, basically. Yeah. So
Like-
take me through. It was a fight, initially. You're buying your alcohol, so you're like, dude, all I need you to do is maybe pour me this wine. Like, I don't even need you to buy it. To, you know what? Let's talk about me stopping drinking. How did that go? Was it hard for you to stop drinking, especially when you have friends and sort of you have the routine of whatever
thank
evening?
you for the friends thing, because basically it starts with the friends. You
Yeah.
just have to cut off the people that contributes to that habit.
Yeah.
Well, but habit ya okay. Hey, go batla savana nyana.
Go Friday.
How we itumetse savana? How le said savana? How o silo go shoota gona na o podcasting? I was gonna like just go downstairs and have a drink, you
Yeah.
know. But then my drinking, I think people don't understand why ki bua ka drinking yami mo go intense. Drinking yami, it was very dangerous because I had money for it.
Yeah.
Not
could afford it.
I could afford it. Any day, anytime,
Yeah.
even now. You
Yeah.
get what I mean?
And also that you're not working a 9 to 5, right? So
Yeah.
time means when you
Go
finish
easy.
here,
you do
can
it.
go drink.
Then the craziest part is I don't know when to stop. That's the danger of the reason why I'm so loud about how God has really delivered me from this spirit of alcoholism is because I don't know when to stop. And when you are with me, you don't sleep until I sleep. Because
you're the life of the party.
and I'm the buyer.
Yeah.
Moreki must be entertained. So it's literally like to that point, kahore, I want people to really understand, and the reason why now it's like I'm oversharing Amantle is ke batla go bontsha gore Amantle yo lo na le mo leroleng yo le Amantle o gonana Amantle wa nnete tota. The inner me is the Amantle who loves to work,
Yeah.
who is in her purpose. Ga ke disturbiwe ke sepe, ga ke go go iketsa, ga ke mo di pressureng tsa botshelo.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you the real me, because I know a lot of people are under pressure unnecessarily. A lot of people ba under pressure ka gore go nwa Hennessy. I ke batla gore ba tlhaloganye gore bojalo bona ga bona mosola, and there is no value that alcohol is in your life. Ya go tlhola gore weekend, Thursday it starts to Sunday, waya, right? Monday to Thursday, waya, right? Tiro, waya, right? Then repeat again. So you are repeating the same thing.
It's a cycle.
It's a
You don't
cycle.
grow, you don't go
What
forward.
happens? Go na le batho ba ba berekang, Cathy. There's people who work, but they have nothing to show because of alcohol.
Yeah. But I want to come back to you because I want your story to be a testament to somebody, right?
Right.
To say this voice in your ear saying stop. You're like, I afford my alcohol. What was it that made you change your mind? And then you're saying, take me through more of what you had to do to get out of it, right? Cut the friends, change the lifestyle. Like, did you have to find new hobbies? Did you take me through that?
I lost my dignity.
How do you mean?
I could see just when I entered the rooms that I'm not respected anymore.
And it was because of drinking?
No, it was because of what drinking does in my life.
Yeah.
How I handle myself, how I
when you-
approach issues,
Yeah.
how I speak to people, how I express myself. I'd lost my dignity. Amantle na lo le leya.
Yeah. But then
Never
how did you see that? Because too much of the time, especially when it's you,
Yeah.
you don't see it.
No, I know myself.
Okay.
There's an inner you.
Yeah.
Everybody knows themselves.
Yeah.
It's just that hela batho ba tla batho ba chukumiswa ke batho ba bangwe, because some people ba na le confidence, batho ba bangwe ba ba ntle, batho ba bangwe ba rile, but mongwe le mongwe wa ikitse. I know myself.
Yeah.
I know what I carry.
Yeah.
And ha se sa tsoso sa teng you get so suppressed that you don't sleep. I had sleepless nights. Anxiety, I mean, off the roof nkile ka letsa soka moro go mo ke mara kere go le why are you lucky to hear the story? Go le show ya ga V, yeah, one man show.
Yes,
and
yes.
everyone was booked except Amantle Brown. Ka ke letsa soka ke batla wa go boma go stadium, because like you see gore I was
you're
so
upset and
upset,
then the alcohol added.
and the alcohol added. You are angry at absolutely everything and everyone. Waban. So I knew catalytic. The minute I remove the catalyst, I'm going to stop blaming everyone, and I'm going to start finding that little girl, the dreamer, because she stopped dreaming. 1, she stopped seeing positivity out of anything. 2, she started making unnecessary enemies that is so motorong. Kana nako maisa ka banta. Kana nako ke boma. Who told you so? How do you know? Do Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk the music industry. I want to talk about your entrepreneurship. I've seen you talking biltong. We'll get to that in just a bit. This is Moving Humanity Forward podcast. My name is Cathy Malejane. Be right back.
Life comes with surprises. Some good, some not so much.
But whatever happens, you can face it head on. Ulisho ka story sa gago.
Assure Wealth gives you more than just insurance. We give you protection for every part of your life, your home, your car, even your travel.
We help businesses stay resilient with commercial covers from theft, fire, public liability, and group covers.
Got a team? We've got you covered too. Life cover, disability, funeral schemes, even income continuation.
Our type of funeral plan is just one way to ensure dignity and peace of mind. Fa o nna le mathata a tshoganetso.
Need cover for travel,
Done.
aviation, agriculture, even political riots.
We've got you.
Professional indemnity.
Of course.
At Assure Wealth, we are not just brokers, we are your insurance partners for life.
Insurance that protects what matters. Insurance done right.
Welcome back. This is Moving Humanity Forward, and we're talking the music industry now at this point, Amantle. I want to just find out, you touched a little bit about how on Facebook or on social media, people will kind of not expect certain things from you as a woman, but especially when you are assertive, especially when you are somebody who stands their ground, there are all sorts of labels that come to you, especially in the entertainment industry. I want to talk a little bit about the industry right now. Say from 2018 to now, you've been in the rebuilding process. Take me through that journey.
Our industry is gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It's gone. Its value. It has depreciated.
Why?
One, I think just the standard charge. If you see someone wanting to negotiate a 5,000 with Amantle, there's a problem.
Yeah.
If you see someone wanting to compare you with someone who mama 3,000,
Yeah.
that means there is a problem. And the most trending people, they don't understand that they have a certain power.
They have a responsibility.
Actually, responsibility to shift anything, because they are the ones at the pinnacle.
Setting the trends.
I get. You know how you go top. When you 3,000, you oba sekale sa mongwe le mongwe ko tlase ga yalo.
Yeah.
O dira industry ga level eo. Go go tshwana le gompe kwana batho ba rekisa diswitsi ma 50 tab. E go na lo sentse na rekisa switsi 10 tab. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
O ka ba ka kelema tota batho ba rekisang tsone dilo tse gore why are you selling a suite at this much?
Yeah.
And I talked about that. They wanted to say gore ke jealous the lioness. I have nothing against Lioness. Lioness is my younger sister. Mari, when you speak things out, why
They don't want you to
when we have to
be
speak about
upfront.
things out there so that everybody knows about it? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What about the other kid? Lioness.
Yeah.
Influence Lioness.
Yeah.
So I feel our industry, people think they know too much about the industry, but they don't. And they have so much to say about our industry that they don't allow even the people from our industry to speak about it. For example, I always give this example. Take, for example, F&B. Motho wa tla bereka ko F&B. You can never hear anyone telling anyone ka F&B gore iranyana. O le ga ile go pehela tota mo ditirong tse leng gore di gate di a tlotliwa. And then you come to the music industry, the same person o go F&B o tlo go mpolela gore ga ke serious. That is tsa Botswana ga di serious. That is tsa Botswana le ba bolwa ke tlala. Produce quality. The industry is dead because now you are just the pressure it carries.
Yeah.
You know, it's dead. I don't want to lie to you.
So why are you in it if it's dead? And what are you planning to do about the fact that it's dead? More so, at this point, we're starting to look up to you and say, Amantle, we expect you as one of the people who are not starting anymore. You are not coming up, you are up. What are the things you're doing to try and revive it? Are you trying to revive it?
I can't revive it alone.
Yeah.
That's what they need to understand. And there's this thing that we like to run with, we're the best.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Yeah.
What is I'm the best going to do for all of us? And you're the best, Dwayne. What are you doing who impact? I don't know if you get what I mean. I was telling a friend of mine, you need to look at something. Lioness came, right? Dato came, right? Priscilla came. And I'm going to put them in the order. Priscilla, Dato, Lioness, right? And there is this thing where now but ba contractang the artist ba batla gore ba show it to face gore go na lo tleng go na lo woleng. Why can't we like together book Lioness and Dato at the same time?
Yeah.
That they run the race at the same time. It's like go tsantse gore go nne lo o khamiwang gote Dato okay hey Dato ga utlwa le tlamalatsing. We are killing the industry in that way. Me rona gape rona di artists re enabling batho ba to be able to do that to us. Why are we not coming together? Why is that in a corner? Why is Amantle in a corner? Why is ATI in his corner? It's so painful.
What will it take to get for musicians to come together? Because
Stop the ego.
okay,
Ego.
but this is an industry where ego is a big thing.
Is it working for us?
Not really.
Is it working?
Not really.
Then why is it a big thing? This is now where we change our mindset that then what are the other ways that we can now literally be as big as we're supposed to be?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Why don't
Have you reached out to other artists to say, let's come together, let's talk? Are you part of Bomu? I know those are some of the issues that Bomu has been speaking about, and
I think this is beyond Bomu. This is beyond Bomu. This is beyond COSBOTS. This is a us thing.
a personal individual artist.
The artist. Because why is no one wanting to take leadership?
Yeah.
Why we pass about leadership? Let's get the artists together. Ke Amantle mo khoneng are can't they make and Amantle what's the leadership?
I was about to say that. Are you prepared to take that leadership?
I am. I'm taking my position. I told God this morning that I'm taking my position. And I think they can see that I'm going there. And the reason why I'm putting myself all out there is because I know that if I put myself out there, I'm motivating someone. Cathy motivate mo. Ha ke tsamaya ke kanka ka lebotolo la court ke motivate mo. Ha ke ntsana ka motsoko ke motivate mo. If I speak positivity, I'm motivating someone. I'm calling out to V, I'm calling out to Chamagel, I'm calling out to Franco, I'm calling out to ATI, I'm calling out to every Hansi. Let's take leadership and take that position. Because at the end of the day, you are booked, yes, but is it changing anything? Is it changing even
and
your
what is it doing
life
for the next generation
exactly
of people coming after you?
Because o tla bo bloile Cathy how tswana o tla bo boya gape o boela mo frustration ye mongwe le mongwe mo go yone. After now they are done with you because eventually they will be done with you. Do you get what I mean?
They do.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm calling out to all the artists out there. Ha go no pot leng gore save no one but us. Let's stop with the ego. Let's stop with thinking anyone is bigger than anything. I understand gore yes, the seasons, there's times for re batla go tlotliwa thata go sa tlhokagale. Nna ke feel re tlotliwa when we have our houses, we have our cars, we have our insurances, we have everything in place. Because this industry is the one that can literally create employment. Gona na ke tswa go shoot a video. Do you know how many people were more setting? More video here. And imagine if V a hirile batho, Amantle a hirile batho, Hensi a hirile batho, Smama a hirile batho. But this is not going to be able to happen because the government should. This is not going to happen because there are COSBOTS. That we are always shifting the blame. What about us? It's us problem. Yeah.
I like that, and I think that actually takes me to wanting to know what you're working on. What video are you shooting? Do you have new music? I mean, I'm stuck on a song of yours called Mjolo that I think speaks a little bit to me because I'm Jolo wa go tlapisa.
Not anymore.
Yeah, directing this to
Okay.
myself. But let's speak a little bit to where you are, what you are doing right now, what you're working on.
Right.
I believe you've got new music. I know there's a song that you put out, was it last year, Jikizinto, and you
Yeah.
basically say, I mean, I love that for you. I feel like this is the comeback. This is, and in my head, I feel like after Mjolo, you go through what you go through, and then Jikizinto, I'm back, I'm coming back. This is the comeback.
Yeah.
I've rebuilt and rebranded myself.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
When I released the song, I was hoping 2024 was the year.
Yeah.
But no, I think I was just speaking things into existence because it still was the same. I think 2015, you see the beginning of 2015.
Yeah.
Now when I listen to that song, I would cry. I even have a surprise for them concerning just the whole project in one. And I would cry because I'm like, yo, literally things are shifting. And it is scary. You know, when everything is shifting and you're like, what if it stops?
Yeah.
You
Wait,
know,
you mean 2025, not 2015?
no, 2025, sorry.
yeah.
What? 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, like, just the beginning. God has been good to me. Like, things are shifting.
Yeah.
I'm ke motlhofo,
You've quit alcohol, you're working out. I saw you getting some treatment to sort out the Mokaba issue. You have a man who you work out with. I love that. Couple goals, hashtag. So it feels like it's all falling into place. And in line with that, we've seen you also just, I think this is just your fun content. I don't know if you're working with anyone, like you're cooking more. I'm like, hey, Amantle is putting out the signs, guys. We're going to see shiny things on her fingers soon. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know the business, biltong, how's that going? Why biltong? Waratanam? Where did that come from? It was just
from Bev. Something came out from Bev finally. You know, from
something
Bev.
good.
Something good, actually. Because more salt. More flavor, more spice.
It was bland.
Yeah. So I just started testing it out hella 5 years back, hella testing it out, just smaller nyana hella weights. And then some guy introduced me to biltong spine. I was like, whoa, what is this? So biltong ya spine, we get, oh, okay. No, that means we can really play around with this. So I've been really like cultivating. Wait,
you are actually doing it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I make sure I learn everything.
I love that.
That I come across.
Yeah.
You know, I urge even people, what is this? How do you do this? Because it's going to take our jobs.
Yeah.
Fact. You know, so imagine so make sure that you know as many things as you can. So biltong, I think you should now really like put more into promoting biltong. Like video.
Wait, which one of it? Like yeah, we want. This is your part. This is the person you're with right now. Wow, so you basically have had a lot of life-changing decisions and actions happen because of this person in your life.
No, so much. His mother thought
yeah.
Basically, yeah. So
yeah.
Besides out of the fact that he is my partner, why was
yeah.
Yeah, because already so he took a video and then when he posted it and then people just started being interested. Now my orders are just so crazy.
Wow.
Wait, so you
are actually the one doing it. You don't
and
have people working for you. You are currently the
No.
messenger, the delivery boy, the CEO, the MD, the worker.
My sweetie, let me
Yeah.
tell you,
Yeah.
okay? And I want people to understand this. Ha gona sepe so ka se agang.
Yeah.
O sa se itse.
Yes.
You must know it. Kore,
I like
I know
that.
this from the point of putting the stickers
On the
the plastics
Yeah.
to the point of go measure le gore nama e kana e tsena mo paketeng e kana yana pakete ena e le nosi hela le pampiri hela elana e costa bokae gore e nne pakete e nne full yana e
Yes.
tsentse
What
di
the
sticker.
exact amount
The
you've
exact-
spent.
And then with the minute I start to delegate people,
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. I can even do it this and this and that because I have practiced it over and over again. So far right now, can take count how many packets have I made? I have literally like sold 5,000 packets so
Nice.
far.
Big ups.
Yo, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it platinum. You know, keep it. Keep it. Hell, I give it 5,000. That's platinum. I give it 10,000. That's gold. You get what I mean?
Nice.
So detergent is on it. So when you repeat a process, you get to realize mistakes. You get to realize how do I tweak? How do I turn? How do I do whatever? I can improve. Okay, this one is great. We keep this. We keep that. Gore ga batho ba tla yana, ba tla ba le mogoro. Re dira line up ya go mona. The franchises tsa ama biltong around the country because it's going to happen. Mark that. Now we know what we're talking about. We're able to keep the standard. Ke ngwanyana quality, ke ngwanyana standard, ke ngwanyana wa bona ke rata dilo tse dintle tse di siame tse di presentable.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love what you're saying because that is actually a business lesson across any sector and any business.
Yeah.
You have to know the entire production line of whatever you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
So that by the time, like you're saying, you delegate people. You hear people say, hey, what, batho ba utswa. No. If you know how much everything costs and how long it takes and A, B, C, D, E, F,
Yes, ma'am.
you are not able to lose in that way.
You will never go wrong.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about the projects you're working on. When can we expect new music from you? What is coming up from
I'm
you?
so glad I'm no longer under any pressure of answering that.
Who put you under pressure of answering that?
Myself. Myself.
Okay.
The minute I realized my power, I was like, no, I'm no longer under any pressure.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on a lot of things. And ke batla go shock hela. Wa bona re gona ke bereka shock. Yeah, ya re yana hela. Bo na le mo mathateng because the girl is sober. Do you know the power I actually centered mo go nna?
Yeah.
E be ke re pasela ka modimo.
Amen. I like that.
Yeah.
How important is your faith, do you think, in the industry? And also, I love that you have your sister on board. Is she your PA, your manager? What exactly
She's
is
my
she?
PA.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that is so important because you are making sure you're keeping family close and also they take care of you, right?
I'm building generational wealth.
Yes.
And there's no way I cannot teach the young ones.
Yes.
If anything, God forbid, happens to me, they're the ones who are supposed to be taking over.
Yeah.
They need to know how to package those plastics.
Yeah.
They need to know my language that I speak. They need to know because it's going to be passed on to them.
Yeah.
They are going to pass it on to their kids. Yes, right now you are literally like gonna build generational wealth. Ha gona ngwana wa gago yo tlo sotlegang ya ka gore diragaletse. Nna ke ikwane thama ke momile molomo a kota se gore that is not going to happen to me. I am going to make such a huge impact that the people that I'm even going to motivate, that stories are just going to come out and say, Amantle Brown, Amantle Tole, Mosadi Yole.
So you're not going to answer me when is the music coming out? But are you working on something?
I'm no longer music. One thing that people need to understand, ha ke go tlogela music. Go na le ngwananyana hello o tleng a le 16 a le 12. Go na la ke mosadi ya la mme 21 o sala lebella Amantle Brown. Ebile go na no yana o lebile mme Amantle Brown.
Yes.
So you can imagine if I start dumping things I'm not being responsible with my purpose.
Yeah.
Gore go na le motho o lebile ga ke dampa selo ke a reng ka ra dampelene sengwe se sa batlang se dampela. No, keep your babies close, nurture your babies. So keep tuned to my timelines. You're going to see everything unfold, and so many people are going to be shocked as they unfold. So many people are going to be inspired as they unfold because I am taking my power back.
I love it. I love it for you, and I hope you continue to take your power back. And I want to close with just your thoughts on having faith in the industry that you're in. Is that something that you've always had? Did you find it along the way? And how important is it to you now?
ne ke sena sepelele gore ke a rapela ha ke ne ke ro ke rapela ke ra wa Father, I'm blessing you Lord e be ke thulamela. Do you get what I mean? And anxiety I think e botlhoko batho ba le bantsi ke a itse gore ba tsamaya through anxiety and stuff because ne ke le mo go yone, and I'm calling them out kere just start with our Father here. Our Father is a prayer that all of us know. Just start with that every day. O bo utlwela o imologa o utlwa gore kare ke kana ke motlhofo ke imologile because I would speak to God, and then you get to a point where now you speak to God like He's just here, and you're like, give me the blueprint.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that's why you get shocked because things are just like this.
Yeah.
And you are very aligned. And then you are falling in your purpose, and it's aligned. It's like you are
miracle after
vibrating.
miracle.
You are in the vibrations. We are operating in vibrations. I'll call away in a vibration.
Yeah, it takes it down.
If someone is a vibration. So when you vibrate with God, Kathy, watch what happens with my life. No, I'm telling you,
I love it.
I'm boosting. Ka go mmona ka gore ke batla gore batho ba itse gore this is not solely me.
Yeah.
It's God.
Yeah.
Yeah, modimo o ntshevile from myself. I could have died from reckless baka. I could have been raped from reckless baka, drinking and getting blacked out. Anything could have happened to me. I could have probably lost my hand from reckless baka. But the minute I found God, I cry every day. I don't even know how that even happened. When everybody gave up on me and thought I'm not going to amount to anything, you said, I'm going to wait for her. I know her. The minute she sees the light, she will run to it. And he waited for me. My God waited for me. A ba re ke tlo go tsatsaila gore bo le mo seretseng wa go boa gone go le makgapila gore o tlo tlhaloganya gore ke nna, not you.
Nothing could have gotten you here if
I'm
not
telling
God.
you.
I love that. So where do we follow you? Where do we watch the space? Where do we see what's coming?
So the craziest thing that has happened to me is this, and I talked to God. I do not understand why we don't have platforms.
Yeah.
Then this other time there was a guy that I came across. No, it's okay. We don't understand each other. Not in a relationship, in a business,
Yeah.
working
Setting.
thing. Where's that thing that you talked about that I can literally sell my own music? So next week we'll be releasing my platform, my website, and you can buy my music directly
Online.
there. So that means now Spotify, my actual money will be right there in my account directly.
I love it.
How crazy is that?
I love it.
And we are dropping a surprise album with the website.
Okay. So your social media, I mean, that is where everything is going to be.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Tell us how we find you on the socials.
Socials is Amantle Brown. Instagram, Amantle Brown Official. TikTok, Amantle Brown. Twitter, Amantle Brown. I'm not such a Twitter girl though, but it's Amantle Brown. Yeah.
I love it. Amantle, it's been
and website www.amantlebrown.com.
Girl, take your flowers.
I'm telling you.
It's been an absolutely exciting episode of Moving Humanity Forward podcast. She says, look, just get on the website, okay? She'll have a website soon. Check it out. Buy her music online. I love that for you, Amantle. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
A lot of men ga ba godisiwa sentle.
Ga ba godisiwa sentle. So you saw that o goditswe sentle and then
Hey, wait. Let's reverse that. They'll come for me.
We'll cut that out.
Please. No, because ke bone gore ke motho o godisitsweng sentle.
Yeah.